Alright, Yuki fam, welcome to our special edition of Retro Yuki Gaming's VRChat Talks. Today, we are going to be talking about a very important topic. We'll be talking about the recent VRChat update 2022.2.2, and the reason why everybody's getting upset with the way VRChat is going. We're going to be joined today by special guests from the Emerald Hunters, as in the Emerald Hunter series for VRChat we are working on in a few minutes. Yeah, what's up, bud? What's up, Christian? If you guys want to join in on the conversation, let me know. I'll be opening my Discord for today only. I want you guys to have your voices heard about this update. This update changed the way that we view VRChat, and I want you guys to get on the action. So for today only, you get on the Discord call. So I will be joined by our buddy, Best Hunter. I see. I want you guys to understand that this is a very serious topic. No role playing is allowed. No, I don't care what it is, because it is a very serious topic. First, let's talk about our outline for today. Our outline for today is this. I'm just gonna get it here. Here's our outline for today's special talk. First off, we're gonna talk about the VRChat blog, which was updated a few days ago. We're gonna be focusing on the blog update based on the community outrage. This led players to starting to do silent protests, downvoting VRChat on Steam, and looking for alternatives like Chill Out VR. We're also going to be talking about the development blog and the recent development blog they just posted a few days ago. Talk about that. In addition, we'll be going into some YouTubers who also talked about the outrage, including some ordinary gamers who says VRChat made a mistake by outlining some of the update, including easy anti-cheat. Another video by Jordan VR, who talks about the recent VRChat development blog updates, and some things are from Melanoder, one of the mods. And we will also take a look at the reviews for VRChat, and specifically 3 of them from the community. We're going to also take a look at examples of how VRChat mods, like the one from Melanoder or other cool stuff, actually help make the content, including from our very own channel, the Happy Shadina VRChat Highlights Volume 2, which featured very special guest Mighty Sanctuary, which showed off a lot of fun the mods would have had. And of course, Bowser did a Yayit. Talk about that later. The future of VRChat and the upcoming alternative Chill Out VR. We'll take a look at what could be the future of VRChat and the alternative Chill Out VR to see if Chill Out VR will actually take over. I am not entirely convinced yet though, so make sure you guys check that out. I'm going to change this. I'm going to remove this one because I haven't done it officially yet. But the Chill Out experiment is coming for this channel. We're going to take a look at how it looks like at 8:45, not tonight. Okay. I was thinking private call, but okay. Okay, hold on. Go if you want to get in, go to my regular Shadow Den server, and then go into the Steam guest thingy majiggy. It's the only day you guys are gonna get on the board. I'm gonna get votes in here too. Hold on. Let me get you guys in here properly. Ooh, that's too low. That's too high. Okay. You guys can hear me there, right? Uh, let's see. Christian needs to get in here. If I can get him in here.
Oh yeah, sure. Scare the living shit out of a kid.
Now, make sure you guys don't roleplay in this one. It is very serious.
I heard you. I heard you.
And why is Christian not in here? That is weird. Go to the shadow then, bud. Oh, he was thinking private call. He was on my idea too.
Ew.
Yeah, me vote and get vote. I'm gonna get vote in here. Oh, Sly Y is in here though. The
Oh, hi,
great
Christian.
polls. Yep, the great polls. Okay, then we're gonna take a look at the my VRChat experiment, not VRChat, Chill Out VR, and we'll talk about how it could be something, could be nothing, could be everything. We'll see what the future holds. Talk about that later. Now, let's go ahead. Yeah, you are in there. You are in here. Now let's go into the actual development blog on the site here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer those. And if you guys are watching in the chat from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter and Facebook, we are everywhere today. Let's get started with the security update as everybody is talking about it. So here's what's been going on. If you guys have not been in VRChat for the last few days, here's what's been going on. There is a security update like normal. Normally you see this, it is a very good thing. However, they have integrated something called Easy Anti Cheat. And if you guys see me last night playing Rogue Company or Fortnite or Apex, you know what this is. This is the same thing that blocks out mods and cheaters. Now normally that would be a good thing, right? We hate cheaters. Ahem, the Astros. But yeah, we hate cheater. But is VRChat really a competitive game? Not really.
No.
Not really.
No, not really. As
So
far as I'm aware of, anyway.
As for like the mods that were like yesterday that vote, no, not like yesterday before the change happened. Like in retro streams, he was using Remod CE, which can be used as mods and like invite only and plus only.
it doesn't work for Apex. No, it does work for Apex. Come on now. Yes, it does work for Apex. Sly. It's always the one that pops up in the middle. Also need to get Volt in here because he's one of the big boy.
Yeah.
Um. Oh wow.
I was thinking of a private call though.
No, but everybody's gonna hear you anyway because you guys are guests, so it won't matter much. Okay, so it says the lag match, the lag machines. Yeah, the lag machines correct. But here's the thing that they are gonna do. They are not going to roll it back, unfortunately. So you already know that they're not gonna roll it back no matter what you say. However, you never know because video games. Okay? So they
Yeah.
do understand that a lot of the things that you guys play with, like the mods, allow you to use VRChat at all. Because number one, some of them are helpful, like the one with the sign language I heard, and then the other one where you can do other cool stuff. Colorblind mode, all that is something to help those, especially with disability. This is a huge loss, in my opinion. Cheaters use the lag machines, which doesn't actually modify the game, does unless. That's useless. I see. Oh, okay, if it's lag machines, I'm not sure about those. It says, the next part says, addressing these concerns and feedback is the highest priority. We're changing our internal development roadmap and priorities to focus on the features and additions that you want. We'll see about that. Currently ongoing projects are being paused, rescheduled, or reprioritized, and resources are being reallocated. What's up, Sonic Gaming, and of this change? So they're saying they're going to try to bring it back. Oh, we're going to talk about that in just a moment because we have the development blog to look at as well. Okay, next we're going to take a look at other things here including the easy anti-cheat segment itself. So modified clients are a large problem for the VRChat in very variety of ways. Malicious modified clients allow users to attack and harass others, causing huge moderation issues. Even seemingly non-malicious modifications complicate the support and development of VRChat, making it impossible for VRChat creators to work within the expected documented bounds of VRChat. So do you think VRChat should implement these mods themselves? Okay, in my opinion, Sly, they should have from the very start. And from the very start, we're going to take a look at that development blog in a moment. All of that should have been hit there from the very beginning. Now that there's a rumor, I just read something on Twitter or something, that the guy who played Melon Loader is headed to the other way, to Chill Out VR. Chill Out VR, which is the other one that is getting a lot of traction because of VRChat EAC. So in order to implement that, we implemented easy anti-cheat on VRChat, and especially if you have played Apex Legends, Fortnite, Gears of War, Elden Ring, then you know what EAC is. Okay, now there's a review that says the reason why they're doing this is because of greed. I'll explain that in a moment according to that review. Let's see what else we can go into here. They're going to go into security instances and stuff in that. Let me know if you have any questions at any time. You guys need to go ahead and chime in. Okay? Let me just make sure.
Okay.
Go ahead. I know that's Dion, but I'm gonna make sure that the Twitter people get it too. So I'm actually also live on Twitter just for this once. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here. Okay. Before I retweet the whole thing. Let's go back to it. So all of this are new here, right here. Easy anti-cheat FAQ. Is EAC always on in the background? No, EAC will only activate when VRChat has been launched. Once you close VRChat, EAC will also close. I think the exception here is when you play other games. The next question is, what happens if I use or have used mods in the past while I get banned when EAC launches? And the answer is no. If you previously used mods and you have totally removed them, you're fine, you're good. But you have to remove everything mod. Okay, if you're currently using mods, you will receive an error on your screen and you will be prevented from loading into VRChat. Users who attempt to load a mod while running VRChat will be automatically disconnected. You won't be banned, but you will be disconnected. So keep that thing in mind. And there are no such thing as whitelisted mod, so like no safe mod out there. Let's see here. What else is a good question here? Here's a good question here. I rely on a feature that I only get through modifications. What should I do? And the question is, and the answer is, we understand that many modifications provide users with features that they really wish they had in VRChat by default, and that's what I said earlier from the very start. Many of these features we'd love to add into VRChat. Some of it have been planned for years. Planned for years, that's another thing we'll be talking about. However, developing something like VRChat is a challenge and involves a lot of prioritization, triage, and sometimes putting things on a backlog list, like things that you recently didn't have to. While we can't promise any particular features to be added to VRChat, we suggest actively using our feedback board. This helps us decide what features to work on and what things really users want. Okay. Does this mean that VRChat is partnered with Epic? No, we just use their software. So some of you might have noticed that Epic does have EAC because of Fortnite. But the thing is, they are not partnered with Epic. It just happens that EAC is part of Epic and we're just using their software. So that's the only thing. They are not sponsored, they are not partnered, they're nothing with Epic. It's just the software of EAC. Okay. Here's another question. Here's another good question. I thought VRChat was working with mod creators, and the answer is a little over a year ago. We announced that we'd be opening lines of communication with some mod creators. We did this. We spent time speaking with several modified client creators and got some feedback, insights, which they had from their unique position. Much like the feedback you provided with the feedback boards, much of that conversation fed into our production process. As a result, we've been implementing features and additions on into VRChat that demonstrated by the recreation of modifications. Several recent systems like OSC and Avatar Dynamics were influenced by these discussions. Of course, we're far from done with this. We've got more underway. We'll see about that. And that, oh, and here's another thing. Here's another big thing that a lot of people are complaining about all of a sudden. Does this prevent people from playing VRChat on platforms like SteamOS on the Steam Deck? What about Linux via Proton? No, we tested this. EAC works fine on this platform thanks to Valve and the Proton team for all the hard work. So for those of you who play like Windows Virtual Machine or Linux software that needs to be, because technically speaking, Windows is what is used for VRChat along with the headsets. And now we get into the topic of the actual development blog, which was published on this date. July 28, 2022, they started a blog, a development blog, all the way down to 2 days ago. From July 28 to 2 days ago is what they're working on here. Let's see if Vault is ready to make sure he gets in on the act. Can can one of you tell Vault to get in here if he can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. So the developer update July 28, 2022. They said, yeah, we're going to do production tasking and meeting, like we talked about a few moments ago. Now let's talk about what they're coming up with. How many of these features do you guys think that are based on modifications? I want to put that out there right now. Go ahead and start discussing it while we're going through this. I'll get a little bit of a water break too. What's your take, guys? How many do you think? So the features that you're thinking of working on include, actually this is live in beta right now, guys. So what we're talking about now is live in beta, and maybe coming this week. I think by this week, 99% on mods. Okay, we'll see. Horizon adjust. This feature changes your horizon in quotation marks, such as that VRChat completely while in a bed lying down. This is different from a movable menu. There's a quick video showing off that what it looks like for someone else. So let's go ahead and play this. So that is what the player looks like. So this is for horizon adjust. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell, but the person in this video is lying down the entire time. They sit up in the last few seconds though. This is part of something called a feature jam, which is currently going to be in open beta. Microphone sensitivity noise gate. This is part of the noise gate audio settings. Most of this is like your usual stuff here. The only one I'm going to add comment on is this slider snapping. So each time you hit that slider, it's every 5%. So that would be 5% snap point and all that good stuff. I actually have a solo video on this coming up later on the gaming channel, so make sure you guys check that out later on. Solo audio is like by yourself, solo voice. So I will mute everybody in that instant except for that person. You have to toggle the solo button if you want it to be added. So it's like saying I'm gonna mute you, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna use the solo button to do so. Okay, so that's what this is used for. This is so that there are not many two people audio at the same time. Okay, it's like doing a script. Local voice fall off slider. Here's how this one could work. It is a heavy integration with something called Steam Audio, and that's been in development for a so-called long time. But it's been insignificant progress. Okay. This desire for this feature may end up pushing harder for Steam Audio instead, as we think about a ton of problems. ONSP, our current spatializer, is very harsh. We'll see. This one is very interesting though. The conversation dome is going to be added. So there's going to be like a conversation dome. There's going to be a circle or a sphere around you. Anybody outside that sphere you cannot hear no matter what. Okay, that feature is not bad. To be honest, that's not bad. What do you guys think?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's actually a cool thing.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Steam Audio. They said, speaking of the devil, Steam Audio. It's a full audio system developed by Valve. Hi Valve. It isn't just for Steam. It can run about anything. It just so happens that Valve made it and distributes it for free. How nice. But everybody is thinking about how nice that is, but they don't like. Yeah.
Wow.
This one is interesting. Avatar distance hiding. Okay, so basically you can assign a number in meters, that is, of when an avatar is getting away, then they hide it. It's an invisible avatar. But they're gonna do like this diamond thing instead. But it's work in progress. So we'll see how this goes. But I think the user is allowed to put a number. Like 50 meter. Once you pass 50 meter, you don't see that avatar. I was thinking that is good for like those of you who play in scripts, like Emerald Hunters or anything like that. But then that would mean, here's another thing that would mean though, there's too many diamonds. We're just gonna grab diamonds anyway. That's what I see on this one. And there's supposed to be go ahead.
Please do forgive me for saying this, but essentially, if there's too many diamonds, we're essentially just turning VRChat into Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they're over 50 meters away from you. Oh yeah, we're gonna play Minecraft VR without playing Minecraft. But yeah,
Minecraft VRChat, yay!
without playing Minecraft.
And the diamonds
what's
are
up, the
for
Green
free
Thunder?
instead of having to mine them and everything.
Yeah. Now, that's going to affect performance because you have so many diamonds on the ground, and that's harder. And because of performance for computer, you don't know how good the computer is going to be performing. So this one, I have a feeling this will take a longer time. This one is for those of you like with sign language or need voice. Text input to speech voice output. Okay. Avatar distance hiding.
So they're adding that into the game now.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Avatar distance hiding sounds like ironically like the game more. If you go back and forth constantly between minutes of distance, it will constantly change avatars. Yes. I agree with Sly. It's going to lag the game a lot more because number one, you have too many diamonds. Number two, because the back and forth with change of avatars, that's be another thing because the diamond counts as an avatar if you think about it. Text input to speech voice output. Let's see. What? So Voltsy Boy decided not to show up when we're here. Don't tell him I said that though. Text input to speech voice output. The weirder header name is important. There's a lot of different systems that we've seen requests for. Text to speech for a given user's voice, speech to text for use voices to others, speech to text for all audio, speech to text speech for voice anonymization. This particular item regarding inputting text into VRChat is getting a voice outputting from your avatar. I wonder which one. The PC implementation is straightforward with the API, They will be built in for Windows TTS, text-to-speech, API, so you can install it whatever voices you like. Thank goodness, because you know me, I do my character voices. Those, if you guys want it, PC first, Quest later. Okay, so that's what we have on the board for that particular feature. The next one is Invite Plus fix. There was a bug where they didn't catch the Invite Plus, then didn't work to describe. They already fixed it. So that's good. That's a given. This one's new. Ask to portal. So ask to portal is basically there's a portal drop nearby, but instead of going right away, you have to left click or trigger pull on quest. It's a left click. They're gonna ask you if you want a portal, and here's how it's gonna look like.
Like that's the same thing about
That sounds like a
like
rather stupid feature, if you ask me.
I have a feeling,
no, it's not.
yeah, that should been removed from the board because the way I see
No,
that, there's a
it's
few things that come to mind. Yes, it's a good thing if it's like one of them private game. But if this is like a public thing, you have to think about it. I really think there's not a feature they should have put in the first place too, but I really don't think there's a good idea. But we're gonna go have to roll with it.
And we're talking about VRChat here, the very thing that over all these years we've been playing, we thought it was complete, and suddenly Mr. Volts came up to all of us, and which he told us that it was still in beta, and kind of threw us all for an unexpected loop here. So
And now
when
we're
it comes
getting,
to
and now we're
that
getting this.
point, anything is possible now because we have the news that VRChat is in beta and not completed,
Not even
and I don't know
close.
why.
Here's a new one. Near clipping slider, not no clipping. If this was no clipping, oh my goodness. But anyway, this slider adjusts near clip the user's camera that is useful for small avatars, like the Neko one. But adjusting too low can cause problems. Yay! Anyway,
Oh
next.
hell.
Homeworld instant type. So now your homeworld can get your own instant type. So invite plus, all that good stuff. Even public is now on the board. So here's how that looks like. So you can see here the privacy and security on the settings. Now it's on the home world. Now I think this feature, to be honest, is okay kind of. But I think by default your home world is always private.
Invite.
Invite only?
Yes.
Okay. That's considered private in my book. So I think this feature is not good. The only way I would say is if you're really hosting like a double open lobby. I can think of tons of ways to abuse near clipping slider. Exactly. What? There's gonna be somebody out there using no clipping slider to no clip out of bounds. It's gonna happen. Particle limiter. That is for those of you with particles and animations and flashy thingies. That is actually
Hey.
what's up?
Oh yay, something for me. This will be interesting.
Particle limiter.
Remember, I have a bloody gun.
Yeah, this one for sure on yours for sure. The next one is more for those of you with the TV world with the video thingy. This is the paste button. Yay, nothing much. Next. I mean, like, if you want to watch YouTube in VRChat, that is for you. But most of the time, we're just here to have fun. Better portal placement. What do you think? We wanted the portal placement at the end of the holo port interface for a long time. This is pretty often asked for, so we assigned it. The interface and method needs a bit of design, so it's currently getting a design pass. Basically, not yet. But what do you think of the idea?
I could understand it in a way, because then, like, say, like, you're facing one way and you're trying to put down a portal, but the system won't let you. Instead of having to close the menu and turn your actual character and reopen the menu and all that stuff all over again, you could just, like, so, like, your character's facing one way, but then you could use this like, portal placer system and move it over to another area and then drop it.
Right.
Without having to move your character or close the menu. So I like that.
That's I
That'd be
think that's
very
good.
helpful.
That's good. Next one is called Haptics on Touch. I believe that is more for those with dynamic avatar. So I mentioned this video won't be out yet. The one I'm about to talk about. But I talked about how this could be for those who need help with like contact. Like there's gonna be a green hand on the screen, and then it's gonna tell you, oh, you got touched, or you got head patted, or you got booped, or something like that. I think this one's okay. This one's good. Next one is increased favorites. Oh yay! I've been waiting for this for
Oh
like
no.
200 years. No kid, no cap. Increased favorites is pretty straightforward on first appearances, but there's concerns with avoiding paging problems. We got the old UI. There's a new UI coming up, by the way. It is fine with the new one, but the current
Oh,
main menu has a cruft that prevents reliable paging to
Christian.
work. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Christian just bailed.
Question this build? Okay. Um, preventing the group from having more than 100 items in it. The back end team is working with our Unity design engineers to find the best way forward. Here's the thing with increased favorites though. The only way you can get past 25 favorites, guys, is VRChat Plus. I'm fortunate to have it.
Something that I don't have.
Here's the thing, what I'm thinking, what's going to happen. If I'm going to be a predictor here, they're going to give you 25 more. So you get 50. Which I think is generous. Or do you think I'm being too too conservative here?
I Something tells me that it's most likely going to be bumped up from 25 to 50, maybe even a little more. Not exactly sure, but
Yeah.
who knows? I haven't been on VR in like 2, maybe even 3 months at most. So
And
I would check right now, but I
yeah,
don't have my VR. It's currently in the
it's
pawn
still
shop, and I'm
25.
not sure when the hell I'm going to be getting it back. So
Me
I'm
who
just kind
has
of sitting
VR
here on
chat. Only the sly. Here's where I'm going to predict something. Especially if they're going to push for VRChat Plus, which I do have. The only reason why I have it is because I'm voicing more characters. Here's what I'm thinking of the push. They're going to push for VRChat Plus if they're going to increase the favorites to 50. Then they're going to add 50 more because the only way to get 100 is VRChat Plus. So 25 at base. I'm predicting they're going to do 50 at base, and then they're going to add another row of 25 for VRChat Plus members. So that's going to be like 200. I mean 125. 150. Fair number? What do you think?
Eh, I guess you could say it's a fair number. I mean, hey, I'm not the one that's coming up with all this shit for VR chat. I'm just trying to make it a better place,
Yeah,
which is
actually,
starting
yeah, we're all
and
here
also
to do that.
days of this new little system that came out thanks to, I'm guessing. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out the door now. My job is to, and I legit take this as seriously as I can possibly freaking make it. Ever since I first started playing VR chat, I've noticed that there are people in there who have been suffering from things that I may not have been suffering from, but it still sees me heartbroken to see people that are playing VR chat to try and cheer themselves up to no avail. And so that's why I became the world defender that I am now. My job is to literally do whatever I can to not only help these people, but if I can, protect them at all costs and to turn VRChat into a much better place.
And you're doing a good
My
job at it.
efforts should, sure, my efforts may not be very worldwide known right now, but I'm still doing them because I care about people. Sure, our world may be going down the shit right now, but VRChat is also something that people tend to cling to a lot. And there are some people out there who tend to turn VRChat into something that it's not supposed to be. There are people out there who make avatars that could cause people to end up like quitting the game or rage quitting or anything like that. My job is to stop those people in their tracks and change VRChat into a place that people can enjoy, a place where people can vent out their feelings and people will be able to hear them, understand their situation, and be able to help them out in any way that they can.
Right.
So my job is to literally go into harm's way and come up with a blockade of some sort to bring harm's way to a freaking halt. But due to the fact that I've disappeared off of VRChat for these amount of months, it only seems a little suspicious, yet coincidence-like, that this system suddenly comes out to try and replicate what I do, but in the most stupidest way possible.
The next feature they're going to try to do is personal mirror. Okay, I like this feature only for a few reasons. Let's take a look at the video first, actually. Keep forgetting this. So their personal mirror. I think you have this, Dion. Do you?
Hmm?
Do you have personal mirror on your... Do you remember having personal mirror or no?
As far as my memory banks go, no.
Okay, so they're adding one. And I can't spoil
Personal
it right
mirror?
now
I
because...
mean,
Go ahead.
if we're getting a personal mirror, then at the least it needs to be customizable to where we can make it like whatever size and like everything that we want. Otherwise, I most likely will just refrain from using.
The only reason why
Because
I'm gonna...
let's
Go ahead.
there are there are worlds out there that have mirrors that are way better than a personal mirror. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I say we
Sure, a
talk about
personal
that
mirror
elephant in the
comes
room
in
then.
handy when needed, but
We're talking about that, Sly, in a moment. Hold on. Oh, by the way, it is customizable with size and stuff like that. According to what this video is
okay,
saying.
then we might use it every so often then.
There is one reason I'm going to use it though. It is Emerald Hunter related, but I cannot spoil it today. It's just not ready for vision. Next one is full body collaboration visualization. Okay, that's a mouthful, but here we go.
Try
Full body
5 times
avatar if
fast.
you guys like that. If you like that stuff, there you go. Have fun. Okay. Camera changes.
Well,
Here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
okay, can I say something quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, I play VRChat a shit ton more than I used to, but that's only because I'm a world defender. But I do still can to keep track of other things like YouTube and everything. And I am subscribed to some people on YouTube who literally use full body tracking to mess with people on VRChat and be able to use some avatars. Like, for example, there's Cyberchimp. He uses like full body and everything to like jump scare people in VRChat and have a grand old time. So if this system's gonna be coming up, then I just hope that it doesn't mess with any of the YouTubers out there who use full body tracking on VRChat already. And if it
Yeah.
does, then like how the hell is this YouTuber in question supposed to counteract this? If
Right.
you ask me, this system is kind of stupid. But then yet again, I can also see why it's coming into reality. Just for the love of God, VRChat, if you do somehow see this at some point, make sure this doesn't mess with any YouTubers who already have full body tracking.
Right.
Otherwise, I have a sneaking suspicion that there are some people out there in the world that might just sue the living fuck out of you, mate. Sorry
Yeah.
for the language,
I can
but
see. I can see abuse on this. That's how I'm gonna call it. Next, anybody like the camera? Okay, screenshot lag. They're going to remove that. Portrait mode up. They're going to make that. Increase screenshot resolution up to 8K
8K.
or something about this thing. I read 8K, but I think I'm missing. Yeah, 8K will probably be the max resolution.
I thought we only could go up to 4K. What the heck?
There are
I didn't
some
know we had
there are some
resolutions.
countries right now with 8K. They're on the beta test world for right there.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Yeah, I would have been here sooner,
Going on,
but let's say
bud.
I was in a friend's server. Not much. I was actually in a friend's server discussing what kind of how they really need to know something about me because let's just say they were like wondering why I was this and why I was that. Well, if you really want to know, this is why. And I'm like, okay, well, why do you go through this and that? You know, I'm like, all right, or whatever. So at the end of the day, they finally know. So now they're like, okay, now we know why you do this and that. So if you can find a way to lower this down, you're good. So we're not gonna like keep testing you to stop doing this and that. So now
Okay.
there's more people that pretty much know, hey, this is why you are the way you are. We're not gonna, get out of server because of it. We're gonna do our best to.
That seems rather.
No, basically what it's saying is they didn't know about my apparent uh uh neurological conditions. A lot of the Emerald Hunters know I have this and that, but some do, some don't. But let's say these people in the server I'm in didn't know anything about it. Now they do, so it's like, okay, well, we didn't know anything about it. You should have told us when you joined this thing. We would have not been yelling at you and timed you out and crap, which I didn't know why they were doing anyway. But now we're like even more cool than what we were than when I first joined the place. But anyway,
Can we get
back
back
to
on
this.
topic here, please?
Yeah. Anyway, so I saw you're doing the thing we must discuss.
Yeah, we're already in the
Yeah, we
developer
started
update
that a
blog.
long time ago, but
We
Yeah,
already.
I saw. I figured you would have. I'm like, but anyway, long story short, I was in there thinking, hey, we need to get there. Here I am chit chatting about this other garbage. I'm like, hey, yo, crap, I'm losing my time.
yeah,
Anyway,
So
Karen, get this
now
done before you
we're
try to
on
take us
the
down or something.
we're on
anyway,
the developer blog. it's already on the screen. If you want the links to what we're talking about, it's already in the description on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and stuff.
right.
We're
Yeah.
already go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to throw my 2 cents in there. When I first found out, I just want to put my little thing in there. When I also found out about this update, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This may be a update that where you can't do what it says. Anti cheat technically means you can't throw cheat codes and stuff like that. Well, VRChat's not built on cheat codes.
Welcome, Tyler.
VRChat's built on a fun-based programming slash game, whatever, where people chill out, have fun, avatars, worlds, all that, and yet, lo and behold, they throw in this little thing that pretty much permeates mods altogether. Yes, I'm using big words here, and let's just say
Rubs
it
on the Gamer
literally
TV.
and I heard that. Anyway, so yeah, but wait, let's just say at the end of the day, I was pretty well angry and upset that they actually threw this in. And when I found out, I'm like, hey yo, this is not what I expected them to do. I know they wanted to do a update. I get it because they gotta keep their stuff, running smoothly. I totally understand that. I do, but not like this.
No.
This is insane. Number one. Number two,
Yeah.
why? Just why?
Exactly.
And number three, if you're going to throw in an anti-cheat system, I don't care how you do it. Don't use it to implement the fact that mods are going away, which is absolute uh
I'm
a
gonna
insane,
add
an insane way to pretty much get people mad.
Go ahead, Dion.
add I'm gonna add something on the Volts' testimony here. I agree with him. Let's be real. VRChat was created to where we could use whatever mod we want and be able to experiment with things to be able to make really cool, fun ideas come to life. Adding in this system is essentially just, yeah, no, we don't care about this anymore. You're done. Like VRChat, come on.
Come on, bro.
Your
Exactly.
game and everything
Yeah.
is designed to allow us to do this.
Excuse me.
And adding in this system is pretty much saying, yeah, we don't give a shit about this anymore. We're bringing all this to a close. No more mods or anything. Just heck you. You're on your own.
Exactly.
It's almost like it's pretty much what they're saying is they're saying it without saying it. They're taking a piece of our life out of us. And it's not cool. It's like
yes.
It's almost like you're going like, okay, we're gonna do this behind the scenes. Don't tell anybody about it. We bring it to people out of the blue, and people are wondering why for all these 4, 5, 6 days, whatever the case may be, why they can't log into VRChat, especially via PC. Quest, we know, never got affected. PC, however, y'all got a problem. So, in retrospect of everything, big, fat mistake. That's all I can say. Huge mistake.
Sonic Gamer wants to know how are you.
I agree with Mr. Volts there once again.
The mistake of the gaming platform, period. I get bugs, glitches, stuff like that appears in games that are actually released by big companies like Sega, Nintendo, and stuff like that. I get there's patches that can fix these. I totally understand that. When it comes to this is not, and Retro might have said it without me even hearing it, but he and I discussed this before. This is not in the competitive frame of gaming.
Not
this
even
is like
close.
It's nowhere near close. It's like it's a
VRChat is a place where we can essentially just do whatever we want, competitive or not. VRChat is essentially just a new home world for us to be in to get away from things that we don't want to be involved with, like real life matters stuff,
It's essentially our
in today's modern age, there are things here in IRL that can tend to be a bit stress heavy. And VRChat is essentially there for us. That way we can be able to go in there, have fun, and get rid of all of our worries in any way that we see fit. And adding in this system is essentially just like removing that entire operation from our life and the game itself. Because there are a lot of people out there, even some VTubers for God's sake, who use mods to be able to do certain things. And adding in this system is essentially just bringing not only the YouTubers, but the public people who make avatars for a living, and everything else is essentially just bringing all of that to a close and just removing the fun from VRChat in its entirety. So
exactly.
There are things within the system that
legit hurts. It legit hurts.
Or like the self mirror and everything, and some quest things that may help me along, but the rest of this stuff can essentially just go down the hatch.
I agree. And speaking of more features, they're about to release some stuff where we're doing the development blog. Some stuff that looks like exactly like Melon Loader. And actually, I'll talk about that in a moment. because there's a video out there by Jordan VR. We'll go look into that. That says, "Oh, VRChat is making changes because all of those changes were made by Melon Loader mod." And actually, there's a rumor out there on Twitter. I read out this somewhere, but the Melon Loader guy is supposed to be moving to Chill Out VR, which I'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, I
And
did see that myself. I'm like, this could be a big change because the reason why I say that is the fact that one platform moved to another, whereas instead of deleting everything from here, you're just migrating everything over to another platform that's
right,
pretty close, like 9,
very
80 to
close.
90% close, like 80 to 90% close to the original platform that I was on before, and you're just transferring everything, all the data, the stuff to here, and even moreover, there's the fact that the avatars in VRChat could be possibly uh
Moved over
migrate over
to Chill Out VR.
to GLVR. Yeah, because there's a way to do it, but nobody knows how to do it yet. There's somewhere online you can do it. Thing is, we need to find out where it is and how to execute this action.
I heard
But
VRChat worlds are in there now.
Please do forgive me. Do forgive me for saying this, but if this does happen, then there may also be a slight possibility that some people who have created avatars and everything, if this migration does occur, there may be a slight possibility that we might lose some avatars as well.
Exactly.
Because not all of them will be able to migrate over or transfer over. It depends on who ultimately is running the program, who ultimately allows any avatar at all, if any, which I'm sure you can do some, but the ones that are probably public, like a majority of the public ones probably could go over, but the private ones are going to end up staying over at VRChat because the private ones were made for those specific people that
Correct.
want it, like a lot. I mean, a lot. So
And yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
if that ends up being a thing, then a big majority of the public ones like mine and whoever else could possibly get theirs over there. It might look a little different, but at least you got something over there.
Right.
Whereas the private ones, there's no way they have a shot they're getting over there.
So unless we make our
But,
own avatars public, then there's no way to move over to VR to Chill Out VR.
well, they will have to be made public
Here's-
by the either developer or someone else to actually be able to have the tech and knowledge to do it. Other than that, you're kind of screwed without talking to this other person first. But if there's a possibility to do this, we should be okay for like a temporary solution until this either A rolls back or B a clean version of this comes into play where there's no cheat system, mods can be used again, and we'll have the freedom to do what we want because of the fact that this ended up getting boycotted for many reasons. VRChat actually got boycotted by many people. That's why a few days ago, back on Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it was
we were
Wednesday.
Mr. Retro and I were discussing this in our little chit chats, private little chit chats, and we actually, I don't know if it was brought up in discussion yet or not.
Not
but
yet, but I'm gonna show them right now. I'm gonna
anyway,
skip to the chart.
At that point, a 45% decrease, not increase, decrease from all-time peak to the time that people were on at the time. A 45% drop in users.
45%.
That's insane. Yeah, and then a couple of days after, it went down to about. I actually kind of saw more of the stats like a couple of days later. There was actually a higher jump in percentage. It was like up to 55, 60%. So it went up.
At one point, this was at 19,000. This 20,000 number was at 19,000. Obviously, this is a day ago, but still, it's a 45% drop. What's up, Clapper? That one.
So you got it. So that just goes to show you. And I was talking to a good friend of mine on there by the name of actually 2 good friends that I was talking to a couple days ago on Thursday or whatever. Let's just say I know someone that does pretty good covers of game system, and he actually saw that people were actually boycotting VRChat because it's this update that should never happen. And
Exactly.
he also saw. I'm gonna bring this up right now because this actually might be an interesting thing to actually have arise. Rumors have been speculating. These are completely false until proven true, but rumors have been going around like crazy, saying that they were gonna roll this back to 2022.2.1, allowing us to get these mods we were using back, like EmmVRC and Remod CE.
What happened to Yuki Maker? I'll explain in a moment.
And then when the real 2022.2.2 update came out, minus the anti-cheat system, we'd actually be able to keep our mods.
Right.
Where this rumor came from, I have no idea. But right now, it's in rumor stage. In other words, it's not an official thing until they say, "Hey, this is actually what we're gonna do." The rumors are in fact true. We are rolling back. We are gonna get rid of this thing. We are gonna do this. We are gonna do that. But until then, that is right now a rumor. If we end up finding down the road being true, could it be a victory for us? We don't know.
We'll see.
Nobody knows. We will have to see and wait to what they say.
Only time will tell.
Because what they said is they're not going to roll back, according to the what is this this one the update, the security update. They said no.
Oh no.
They said no. We don't have plans to event or revert back. The thing we've been discussing though is the upcoming features, and a lot of people are still ungrateful. And in this case, usually I would say that's a bad thing. But in this case, because of the update, that's okay. It's okay to say ungrateful because we want something else. We want the mods back. So in this case, that's okay. But many other cases, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I can't figure out. This is all that last part. I'm not trying to say anything mean, but that last part sounds confusing. I mean, I get the features, but at the end of the day, you ultimately wonder why people are boycotting VRChat and moving on to Chub VR, like we discussed a few minutes ago. Because ultimately, I can understand in most cases this would be, a big no, and I totally agree. Whereas, again, with the migration process, nobody really knows what's going on yet. So
right,
everything right now tends to be up in the air until you see official notice.
Speaking of the migration process and everything, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but
you're fine, please.
We have to bring into account that a few like months ago or something, I don't exactly remember when, but I was in a private call with my friend Volts talking about an idea for an updated variant of myself in VRChat. That way, when we do the trailer for the Emerald Hunters and everything, I can actually be able to fit in properly and be able to use things that like a normal robot would never be able to do. And supposedly, up at this very point, and I haven't received any news about it yet, so it's entirely up to what Volts wants to say about this. But if this migration process does occur, then how is this going to affect the fact that my new battle form may or may not be in the works as we speak? How is this going to affect that? How is this going to prevent, because, like I said, I'm a world defender and my job is to just go around the entirety of VRChat as much as I can and help those in need. And if this migration effect does kick in, then how is this going to affect me, and how is this going to affect my duty of protecting VRChat and everybody inside it?
Precisely. Now, because that was actually a thing for a long time, and you end up getting this avatar, whatever, built by my one friend I know that I want to say I introduced you guys to 2 weeks ago or whatever. How is that gonna? How it'll probably going to VRChat, but how is it going to get to Shove VR? If it can't make it into Shove VR, you still gonna have a little problem. Now, is it in the works right now because of this new update? I don't really know. Because I'm pretty sure he found out. He's like, okay, you know what? Custom avatars will not be able to make it into Shove VR. Should I just continue this project or not? As to put into VRChat. What are my options? What are my options down to the point? That's what I guarantee he's probably thinking that, but I can't say yes, I can't say no, but the at the end of the day, he's like, yes or no, I gotta do this, but yet here I am seeing this update, thinking, okay, I now have a problem because everybody else has the exact same problem that I do. So essentially, it's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or as some gamers out there, even me, weird. As some gamers like to put it, even me and a few other YouTubers out there, this here in the business is what we tend to call a soft lock.
Yes. It is indeed a soft lock.
That'll actually be a good way to put that. Not gonna lie, I'll give you big points for that. I'll give you big points. Oh my god, yeah. That is what, and that's an actual term. That's an actual term. You know why? Because a soft lock is essentially something that's being blocked from a game or a platform. That's exactly what.
Or to put it into another perspective, remember a few years ago, FNAF Security Breach was released, but due to the fact that the company in question was forced to rush its production of FNAF Security Breach, when it came out, it was buggy as hell.
It was massively screwed up and buggy.
And so when people were playing it, there was a very high chance, like a 90% chance, that people who were playing the game would encounter a soft lock where they were forced to do one thing, but in order to get there, they have to do the other thing, but in order to get there, they have to do something else that they can't even get to. Thus, they encounter a soft lock where they cannot continue with what they're trying to do. They cannot progress the story. They cannot go anywhere. They've been soft locked into an area and are forced to either reboot the game or just quit altogether.
Correct.
Right.
We have more features to discuss. They're going to bring more into it. Anybody
dear God, no.
Anybody like user notes on people?
Oh no.
User notes on people?
Let me explain it first. Let me read it first.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, please do.
This feature This feature lets you put notes on individual users. You can store up to 256 characters in each note and up to 2,000 people. Here's what I'm thinking. This is more of, let's keep notes on, let's say, I'm just going to put Neko Francis in there. Emerald Hunter, or let's say, Dion, best Emerald Hunter ever. I'm just making this stuff up, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. According to main menu 2.0.
In other words, you're essentially doing it the way Discord does with the say like the little status thing where when you go into status thing here on Discord, you're capable of making a custom status that would appear right below your name.
Right.
Essentially VRChat is pretty much doing that.
Discord they're pulling off of Discord. I really think that is a useless feature.
Same.
I really think so. Number one, how much does it add to the content? Absolutely nothing. Number two, basically you are noting somebody else for something that you want to note them for. I said, like, I'm gonna go. I think here's how it's gonna work. You click on Dion, you put note best Emerald Hunter ever. That's like the best note ever, and then done. You're done. That's your note. What else does that add?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it's been on Discord for a long time. I've seen that. I left people notes, and either will see it or not. But eight out of 10 chance they won't see it because they don't look at that stuff a lot. Whereas those few that do, they're like, okay, I saw you write me something nice, so I get that. But in retrospect, note that thing is actually not gonna lie, it's actually a useless feature.
That's
But
useless.
if you
Yeah.
it depends on those people that actually look at every little thing in their, you know, whoever it is, whoever you click on in a DM or a server or this or that, and people actually bother to look at that. Those few people actually bother to look at that. Okay, but in general, it's just useless feature. You don't. The note is only 24 characters,
Exactly.
And
and
allow me to.
I don't really use it much because I think it's just sitting there collecting dust because it just doesn't have any benefit. All you're doing
Exactly.
is leaving
Allow
them
me
a private
to add
message in their
something.
bio. That's it.
Go ahead, Dion.
Allow me to add something onto Volt's little testimony about that as well. This note system is actually kind of like going against something as well. Because remember, there are some people out there who, sure, they may look nice and friendly on the outside, but on the inside, there may be like a bad side to them. And granting people this note ability may allow them to write down bad things about a certain person. Say, like, somebody that not even I know met Volts and thinks that he's like a super bad person or something. He could end up using these notes, write something bad about him, take a picture of it, and end up posting it somewhere and try to turn the tables on my friend Volts here. So, in hindsight, granting people this note-like ability, sure, it's useless and everything, but it may also grant the bad people out there the ability to just really mess with people in ways that they would not suspect.
Exactly. And I think it's more ammo to the hater out there than to us. Like, what are we gonna use it for? Most likely nothing. Like, it's a Discord. It's basically VRChat pulling off a Discord. They're pulling off a Discord using 256 characters. They're just not saying it. Safety and security. Yeah, EAC. There you go. That's one thing in a nutshell. Steam VR and Proton. That's basically for those of you who use VRChat and somewhere else, like a Linux system. That's for you guys. They're working on a fix. Next one is one more. Main menu, location, and moving. That is where you can put your main menu somewhere else. Like you can move it. Well, okay.
And if you ask me, that kind of seems like a bit of a useless feature as
Yeah,
well.
that's useless.
Personally, I think I'm better off with where the main menu is right now, because then I won't be accidentally pressing buttons. Say, like, there's, like, I'm in an avatar and I have to press, like, a certain button in order to activate an animation. I don't want to press that button and suddenly my menu comes out of nowhere and I try to move it somewhere else, I rewire it to another button, and then say, like, during another animation, I have to press that exact button to play it, and when I go to press it, the menu comes up again. So I'm like, bruh.
Exactly.
It would be a big time like bug or glitch or something
It'd
that
be
you wouldn't know
annoying as hell.
it would annoy you like crazy. Actually, yeah, that actually happens with a lot of these advertisers. It's like you press this happens. You put it to somewhere else. You go back to the original, press again. All of a sudden, it happens again. So you're pretty much screwed no matter what you do. I totally understand that happens.
Sorry,
A few
but that was
avatars
just
actually have that.
looking at the outline
they need
and
to
the next thing here. Because the next thing is we're gonna take a look at the community. So I was looking for videos talking about the exact same things we're talking about now. We have two to look at. It's some ordinary gamers. VRChat made a mistake, and Jordan VR, who talks about how the exact same thing we were just talking about moments ago. New features coming to VRChat, previously known as Melon Loader mods. What does the name Melon Loader mean? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's the same name from the mod, right, Vault?
Melon Loader is Melon Loader is the loader that loads your mods, providing you have a mods folder within the VRChat folder itself. For example, like you have a folder called mods. You put your mods that usually end with the extension .dll. These are your
guys and
files
gals.
you would need to allow MounLoader to load your mods into your copy of VRChat. Without the folder mods, and without MounLoader as a separate folder, you can't load your mods.
Correct.
It may sound like a complicated setup, but honestly, if I were just I should have screenshot that because I would have been able to show you exactly what the folders look like. But anyway, long story short, that's what you need.
Correct. Right now we're going to the community side, and can you guys head to the? Can you guys hear the stream on your computers?
Yeah, I hear it perfectly fine.
I'm
Yeah,
on a phone, idiot.
I got my
Okay.
PC running. I got my PC running.
On my stream? Because
Yeah,
we could,
okay.
okay.
Well, I'm more or less listening
I'm
versus
not-
watching. I'm not watching.
I
just
would
listening.
be watching the stream, but due to how my Discord tends to be nowadays, kind of hard to do one thing while having another thing active.
Okay.
'Cause,
Off not wacky. I got you.
say, like, for example, I'm like, usually when it comes to doing this, as long as the other person in question I'm trying to get a hold of is like either not in the call or he is in the call but he's silent in like an idle like stance, then I get the ability to go onto like another app and be able to do some things and get that out of the way. But say like right now I'm talking and Retro over here is like opening up several other things. For him, he's on a computer, so he can't, he doesn't experience what I experience. But when it comes to my phone, due to it being like a rather older model and everything, Discord tends to be a bit
Mutahar, and
against
you
me
know, ladies
most
and
of the time.
gentlemen, recently
So
it's come
when
to
it
my
comes to
attention
this,
that Anti-Cheat's
like,
been infesting
stuff,
a couple other games.
Say like somebody's talking and I'm like opening something up, my phone starts lagging out like God knows what. And the only way for me to cancel this out is to either close down Discord, exit the call, or just get back in and just forget about what I was doing and wait till I'm given an opportunity to bail and then get that done and then come back. Or something, but yeah.
If you guys want the videos that we're about to listen to, it's already in the description. It's the one that says VRChat made a mistake and Jordan VR's melon loader mod. So we're gonna take a look first at the some ordinary gamer. He calls himself some ordinary gamer, but his name is Mutahar. It's already in the description.
Now, I'm sure a bunch of you have
Oh,
probably
yeah, I know
dabbled
about
in
him. I know about
VRChat.
him.
As somebody
He
that
does
once
vlog- he
slept
does
in
vlogging.
Minecraft, no
He
joke,
has
I made
really good
videos on
content.
it.
He's
Not
been
even
around
kidding with you.
Oh yeah.
I played a lot with VRChat and
He's
a
not
bunch of
like-
other
he's
games
not like
as well
extremely
too.
legendary,
Obviously,
but he's
each their
in the
own.
top
That's the
tier, I
method.
know he is.
Linux does not support many anti-cheats. It's getting better. Like for instance,
He's
EAC,
talking
which
about
is easy
the
modified
EAC.
clients, are a large problem for VRChat in a
my
variety
mouse
of
has
ways.
charged.
Malicious modified
Oof.
clients allow users to attack and
Sorry, I
harass
got the wire.
others,
I'm good.
causing a huge amount of moderation issues. Even seemingly non-malicious
Dude,
modifications
he's talking
about-
complicate the
When
support
it
and
comes to my
development of
phone.
VRChat. In order to prevent that, we've
There we go.
Like I
implemented
said, I'm on like an
modifications
older
to make the
model
experience a little
phone and
better.
everything here.
There are modifications,
So the battery on
literally
this
like
thing
entire
tends to go
launchers
down
in this case.
really quick. And the only way for me to just counteract this is to do something that I don't usually do. But I've been doing it for God knows how long, and that is constantly leaving whatever it is in question plugged in to either slow down the rate at which the battery descends or just bring it to a halt altogether. And I've been doing this for a long time, and it's been working out so much that it just keeps the battery at 100%. So it essentially just allows me to be on for as long as I want to, and as long as it's still plugged in, I'm good to go. But one wrong
Right.
move and it comes unplugged or something, then I get onto a time limit. And if I fail to recognize that, hey, my charging cords came unplugged, I better put it back in. My phone can
And
easily
all-in-one
either
like
die
EmmVRC,
or
which
something.
gives you
and
so many
I'm
core
essentially just
functionality
dead.
updates as well too.
He also talks about the EmmVRC stuff too.
Things like world
Mood-
reloading. So every
ordinary
month, 1,000
gamer.
privileges. Some people run the risk of losing their accounts or have any legitimate users
We're going to take a
install
look at some
modifications.
reviews in a moment too. Actually, let's skip over to the reviews because I think that is where it really starts to go into, and then we'll go talk about VRChat VR. Let's go ahead and go to the VRChat reviews because this
I'm
is
gonna
where
be for a bit.
it's gonna get into the stuff we talked about. So over recently, guys, 29,519 reviews are mostly, excuse me, overwhelmingly negative. And I want to highlight a few that I came across. I think we need to highlight. If you guys want a Cliff Notes version, I actually already recorded a video with some of these for my gaming channel. That will be linked when it's ready. But here we go. This is from Zolfix, and here's what he says. What EAC or EC Anti-Cheat will do for VRChat? Lower frame rates, increase in stability, stop script kiddies. I'm not sure what that exactly means, but there you go. Stop wholesome mods, accessibility mods, and quality of life mods. I think that is the big boy one. Stop AMD FSR RSR Intel XESS NVIDIA VRWorks SLI from improving your frame rate. Do you use that on both the stuff there or no?
Honestly, I really don't know. Like, I know that there's honestly, I'm just I really don't know like what all the details have in there, but I know that there's quite a few things that I can actually uh say there because number one, the EmmVRC is what allows people to basically how you call it grab avatars
Mm-hmm.
on a whim.
We'll talk about that as well.
And there's another one I saw that I actually used a couple of times called Remod CE, which is how I did a couple of times of speed and no clip.
And we'll show that as
some,
well.
Because I know someone that did that. He's not in this little discussion, whatever, but we know him real well.
Correct.
And the fact that both these have been removed due to this update, again, getting people practically everybody this it just got really messed up.
Exactly.
And the fact that it just got really bad for people that use these things on a nearly daily basis, especially for making videos and just general content creation. Need I say more?
Nope.
What they do is absolutely is an absolute wrong thing, and it just got everybody like it was wrong in so many ways that they did this. And if we were to honestly say, this is what we do for content creation, and you strip this away from us, how are we going to able to continue what we're doing for our channels?
And why play VRChat in the first place?
It's why we even do stuff. Yeah.
That also goes. This entire system also goes against what I'm literally designed to do, because remember, my job is to go around the entirety of VRChat and help people in need. By adding this system, there's a very high chance that you essentially just make me become a defective unit, in a way.
In a sense,
It will also go ahead.
VRChat up to this very point.
Corin 115. Then I don't even play VRChat, but yeah, I'm still mad too. But trust me, somebody on YouTube just commented, "I don't even play VRChat, but I'm still mad."
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now. QN 115. I see you there.
Welcome to the show.
That don't play. As I some people don't play VRChat, but they know of this. They know of people that do, and I can understand why they're also upset as well as these other people.
And then it's going to say, "Stop." Dion, were you supposed to add something?
a little bit more. Yes, there's and considering the fact that VRChat is still in its quote unquote beta stage and everything, when it comes to making a game, just any game in general, you always need to think of the security levels and measures first before you deal with everything else.
I
Because
agree.
remember, when it comes to building something, say like my battleship, for example, it literally, sure, it may go off of the design plans of both Bismarck and Yamato, but security levels and everything are still at an all-time high. Say, like, for example, I'm doing something else, and somebody attempts to do something behind my back. Instead of me not being aware and suddenly it happens, I always have some sort of security measure in place to prevent this from happening. I may not be no game creator and everything, but security is one thing that must be taken care of right off the bat.
Exactly.
Because without that, you run the risk of people trying to take advantage of your super low security to ultimately take you down.
Exactly.
So when VRChat was being built, the very first thing that should have been put to mind was security, but it wasn't. Because of that,
Not
we
even
have what we
close. And then there's more. Is a stop select VR Steam VR mods to modify the game's runtime. Stop programs like Audio Teapot. I'm not sure who uses this though. Audio Manager Soundboard from working. That's another thing. Stop Linux uses playing via Proton. They claim it wouldn't, but yet it does. Stop Linux users from playing via Windows Virtual Machine, and lower the player base. And you know what? This is already happening. This one right here, folks. Lower the player base. What EAC will not do for VRChat? Stop ripping, crashing, malicious mods, malicious actors. Stop SDK modeling or development kit. If you guys are in the computer business, stop user harassment. It's not gonna do that. Close security hole. Be in VRC Udon and improve the game experience. I was gonna say something I'm not supposed to, but there we go. Curran says VRChat to me was like Roblox. The platform needs to be creative, have fun, and socialize, and they remove all the creativity and the love for the game. Exactly. This guy's right. Curran's right. I wanna go ahead and go into another one that I found out about from Zaven. Zaven has 3,864 hours on record, and he says the game saved my life. To be honest, I was at a dark spot in my life, alone, no friends to. Excuse me. Let me read that again. I was at the dark spot in my life, alone, no friends to actively talk to, and antisocial. There were good times like meeting my best friend and finally finding my footing on who I am. And there were bad times like dealing with the crashers and hackers and dealing with manipulator. We built walls in the form of the anti-crash mods to defend ourselves from those subhumans. We built crutches in the form of mods to assist those who have medical problems or poor performing computers. 300 plus friends, all of which vary in many ways. Some were the fearless type, ready to take on the pain of life. Some were the gentle type to ease their burdens, be a shoulder to cry on. Others were the funny type, or a joke in a perfectly timed soundboard to make everyone laugh. One update. One update was all that shattered all of this. With this anti-cheat EAC, only people being punished are those who use mods to assist in the playing the game. No more better frame rates due to upscale AI system. No more sign language assistant mods. I'm not sure if I've seen this. No sign language assistance mod. I think that is a big one here too. No more anti-crash mod, keeping subhumans at bay. Yet the subhumans have free reign of this game. Now as anti-cheat is easy to bypass the system. It's the one-ply toilet paper of the gaming world. Not sure about that one, but there you go. Look at what he said here. This is, I think, the important part right here. VRChat was a good game. But what killed it was not the hackers or the rippers or the crashers. It was greed. If it was not for this game, I'm not gonna say the S word there on this stream, but you know what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but he pretty much was just went yeet.
This is his life, basically. This is basically what he wanted. He wanted a game to be with people, and it was taken away from him because of this update.
Because of greed, because of money, because of this, because of that, because it's actually hurting people now a lot more now than ever, due to the fact that this update ever arose, and it's actually literally it's not physically or literally ruining people, but like mentally ruining people because this update had to screw people over and actually do something wrong and horrible to the community, and that's why this is going on. This stream, this talk, this discussion, this everything, because this is a prime example, if not the number one example, of what people are saying. There's so much in here that because this person's life got changed because of VRChat, now it got ripped because this was wrong of them to do this update, and this person, I hope and pray to the gods, well, I hope and pray to God that not to sound religious, but I'm sorry, but that this person doesn't think of anything else because something got changed about VRChat. I hope he stays on VRChat despite the update. But if he wants to know about the alternative, which is what we might discuss in a bit,
We will.
chill out
We'll
VR
get in there.
with the chill out VR. He's welcome to try out. He's welcome to look at it.
Curran says, I wonder what was their thought process was and to prove such a thing. Anyone with a single brain cell would understand that this is a really bad idea. Exactly. Here's the thing though. This is the same EAC, Easy Anti Cheat, was made in Epic, right? Epic is a big company. They made Fortnite
Games,
and all
yeah.
that good stuff. And I'm actually playing a game tonight. Rogue Company at 8:45, by the way. About they have EAC, but that works. EAC for Rogue Company works. EAC for VRChat, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No way. No
I
way, man. No way.
understand removing cheaters, that's fine, but VRChat is no way competitive at all. Oh wait, there's a scoreboard on School Battle Royale. Who cares? It's a fun scoreboard. And by the way, on that video, I added that own scoreboard. I'm the one that put that in there. But still,
Exactly. I was just gonna say. Other than that, there's no scoreboard, no leaderboard, no nothing there to be
I
found
just
at all.
added that in there. Just have fun with this editing thing. But here's another review.
Because
Go ahead.
this guy's good at it. This guy's good at it. That's why I know you a little bit too well, my dude.
Karen says,
You know
even
right.
if they reverse the update, 90% of the community would have stopped playing. Exactly right. 90% already moved. Possibly. I'm just giving that out there. Here's another review. Here's some other reviews. Rip. Look at this. They broke their own game within a single update. Rip VRC. You know what, my friend? His name is Neko. Yeah, I agree. This one, it says Argent Orient says, I was doing everything I could get my friends into VRChat, but I would never recommend such a piss poor excuse of a hangout and chill game. EAC is meant for PvP games, not ones where you can chill out with your friends. PvP, Fortnite. Next one is remove VRC. Watch, remove VRC is gonna be a thing soon. Remove EAC is what a lot of people are saying here. Look at this. Look at this graph too. I don't think I need to say more about this graph than look at the orange. Look at that orange part. July 27, 2022, when the update was officially implemented, 8,899 negative reviews. Do we need to say more at this point? Why VRChat is starting to not die out, but starting to go to that point where it's like EA.
This is legit proving itself. This is actually proving itself. This is saying that, hey, y'all screwed up. Y'all done a dumb, idiotic, moronic move, and it's getting people more and more mad. The fact that they're doing this, it's insane as heck. I'm not gonna lie, but let's just be frank. Let's just put this to bed and say, you know what? Why?
Exactly.
Question. Why? We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. But
We're-
I may or may not have dinner coming up pretty soon. But long story short, at the end of the day, they screwed up. And I joke not. I know why. 3 reasons why I know they screwed up. They wanted to put an anti-cheat system in there to make it look like VRChat is a competitive game
Market.
on the market. It isn't. It's just a fun, simple, easy to get used to game on Steam, Oculus, whatever. And the insane thing about it is it got popularity
Exactly.
because of the people that go on this 24/7.
Big facts.
Almost 24/7. But the fact that mods were implemented later and people can use these to do things, then guess what else came into play? Physics
Exactly.
became a thing. Other things, for example, other things became a thing in VRChat. The ability to search avatars, the ability to no clip,
And we're
the
about
ability
to
to
see
run
that in a moment.
the ability to do whatever you pleased was the
Current,
thing.
yeah, go ahead.
It was insane. We literally had all these abilities, all these advantages to us.
And we're
What
about to
happened
see
in the
that.
last- What happened in the last 4 or 5 days? About 80% that got taken from us because of easy anti-cheat or EAC. I get, and again, you're right. Fortnite, Call of Duty,
World Company.
other games, those I understand. VRChat, no.
As we're about to hear,
People were
Devon
just-
said,
It's
no.
to say, yeah.
We're about to
Yeah,
watch an
that's
example
crazy.
of how mods actually help content, and I I do not like promoting my own channel sometimes, but this is the only exception. We're about to watch one of the best scenes I think we captured ever on camera in VRChat. If you guys do not know where this is coming from, Happy Shadina VRChat episode 2. Highlights volume 2. This is the one that featured Mighty Sanctuary as a special guest. And let me show you one particular scene. This is the funniest thing we have ever seen in the history of editing these things. By the way, if you guys do not know, I edit this stuff by myself. The only time that there's people is within the VRChat. I edit this stuff my own. I stop streaming 10:15 if I have to, just to edit these guys for you. I'm gonna tell you, it's worth it. Check this out. I'm going to increase the sound on this tab. And let me just go ahead and unmute this tab. Here we go. Not this one. Next one. Watch this.
Hell no!
I'm gonna tell you, this is the funniest part here.
Hell no!
Do you guys see Mario and Bowser?
Hell no! What are you doing here? Why are you here?
I heard somebody. I heard somebody was streaming the live stream, so I wanted to say hi. Hello there, people in Retsuki's chat. Here's I, King Bowser. What's up?
I know
Okay, I'm
behind
done.
on YouTube, but
Okay, I'm done.
care.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. You know what? You're right.
He goes, oh hell no.
Yeah, yay.
And then he goes, "Yeet out of here."
I gotta hear my voice.
we put that in the highlights. That is funny.
That was good.
So essentially, he just did this type of stuff that I usually do when I see something happen, and I'm like, nope, heck this, I'm out.
Yep. And now it's sad. It's bittersweet to see this now, because we got this taken away from us.
That's right. Yeah, Yeet.
Yeah, Yeet. Hello and Bowser.
You
Yeah,
actually put
Bowser's side.
captions in there.
I did. I did that last minute. I was not gonna put the captions in there, but I'm like, you know what? Let's put the captions in there. And there's more. Hold on. There's one more.
Put that in the chat. Hashtag balls don't clip.
Yep, I will.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
And there he goes.
I'm right here, dude. Yep.
Oh,
I
man.
love the no clip. Quite comical. Quite comical.
Exactly.
Hashtag balls don't clip.
Yep,
And I even
will.
put it. Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that I like voiced Bowser at that point, that was too funny. That was too funny.
That was too funny. That was good.
And then right there, I'm watching the ball sweat right through the wall.
And then I even put one of them, I think, in the highlight package too. In the when I do the thing here. Let me see.
I still need to do, not completely unrelated, but I need to put like timestamps in that video. I never did that for you. I got like 3.
Anybody remember this?
I'm gonna
miss this stuff too.
I'm gonna miss this completely. Oh my god.
Vault in the floor.
Unless they do something.
To interrupt, but I thought we were talking about stuff for VRChat, not VRChat memories here.
No,
Can
that
we
is
get
part of
back
it.
on topic,
No,
please?
the reason I was able to do these things was because of mods. The reason I was able to do this stuff is because of mods. Now that these mods are gone, I can't do this stuff no more. That's what we're trying to get to these people. We're trying to get through their thick skulls and say, hey, y'all screwed up. That's why he's sharing these pieces.
So that's why I was allowed to do this one. Look at vault on the floor, head on the floor.
Yep.
And then this one right here. You timed that so right.
Decapitated my friend. Okay, looks like I have to go on a bit of a killing spree here in a bit. Yeah.
Look at this
No.
one.
The mod allowed me to no clip through the ground, and it's just the head of the floor. It wasn't decapitated.
Check this out.
Oh, you're talking about the
no
fake
clip, yeah.
play space, correct?
No, I'm talking about an actual mod where I legit no clipped. I literally
He
did no clip.
he legitimately no clipped.
I actually did no clip. You know how
So you pretty much became Christian.
Long story short, yes. That's 100% correct.
That's brilliant.
Because he had the mod. He showed me how he told me the name of it on Discord. And I googled it, found it, downloaded it, and I used it.
Check this out.
That's how the Bowser avatar, the yeet through the yeet through the Bowser avatar was because of EmmVRC. That I knew earlier this year because of someone else. But the yeet through the roof with Bowser, the vault's head on the floor, that was because of the stuff that Christian does. That the no clip and all that jazz. That was him.
And I remember we were stomping on your head. What's this?
And some people like
I'm just on the floor.
Get your smelly off.
Like I'm stomping on his head like a Goomba.
And then we were trying to treat you like a Goomba, and then I actually put both of them.
I found the Goomba avatar. Yeah,
Like
I somehow found that. I just searched for
Goomba playing for a minute.
That's insane.
Somebody say Goomba?
I literally loved it. And then the Bowser one.
So you're telling me my friend who used Hedgehog is now a Goomba?
Yeah. Well, let's say I found the Mario stomped on Goomba. Okay. You know, the fact that we see that on nearly every game that was released. You know, it became the most recurring ending.
Yep. And then all of that, guys, if you guys are wondering where this is all from, this is from using chat mod, VR chat mods. Bowser, Mario, Goomba,
All them guys.
the no clip, all of that is from the mods that were taken away from us. That's why
Exactly. Whole
the
point.
next time we're gonna do a VR chat highlight video, we're not gonna see that. The next one is gonna be soon, by the way, for volume 3. But
It should be coming up in the next,
yeah, very
what,
soon here.
day or two. Yeah.
And
Probably
then
within the next 4 hours. Yeah.
and then the last part of this talk is exactly the actual the alternative. Chill out VR. We'll actually talk about it right now. And I actually released a video about a potential experiment about this. I was not expecting this to go to 70 views, by the way. Specialized article. So I'm gonna explain what this is. So this is the alternative to VRChat, basically. Hi everybody, it's the Retro Yuki. You guys know me on
What
this
do you mean
channel,
this is
and
getting so
besides
many views?
tutorials,
What are you
of course.
talking about?
70. I was not expecting. It's my own video about
What?
a upcoming VR chill out VR experiment. I was not expecting 70 views, to be exactly honest.
What?
For
Wait, so
VR content.
what?
And one of the things that we're going to be working on in the next few days is an alternative to VR chat called Chill Out VR. I apologize if my voice is different. I'm gonna be explaining how we're gonna do something.
I was gonna
called
say like
comparison
that
video,
was way too
and
loud.
how I'm
Yeah.
going to implement
I'm
Chill Out VR. Voice aside, it's more of the content inside. Let's take a look at what I'll fix my voice later. Don't worry about that. On Steam, and it is for but this is Chill Out VR. It allows you to do VR chat. The alternative they said. So it is an early access game. It is free to play. It is a free game. You know, I'm just gonna skip through. From the Europe. And by the way, full body tracking is not required. VR is not required. No VR headset, which is for me too. And if you have like Quest, you guys can play this. It's not yet available, but it's coming.
Ooh, there you go.
And something else that I don't think I saw in the VR chat one. Scripting and game modes not yet available. It's coming. But basically, you can make games and game modes. Anybody like MMORPGs like Maple Story? Hello, you have a developer? Get in here. They want you. They want you. They basically want you to make games. You game developer? Get in here. That's what they want. What does VR chat want?
I figured that much. Yeah.
What does VRChat want? We want EAC, just because of greed. No, that's my bad impression, but there you go.
And it's not bad impression, but hey, it's all too true.
Like
It's 100%
yeah,
this is insane. This is actually not cool.
Oh, you know what I heard? What else I heard? And the play the look game. Look at the reviews. I'm actually gonna put this full screen. Not from the video, but from the actual store page. Let me go ahead and go into there. Very positive.
Sorry if I'm being so silent. I'm currently cooking up some things here.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're fine. No worries. You're good. You're good.
Look at this. This one from Slopu. If I'm botching the name, I apologize. But he says does not have easy anti-cheat and encourages you to mod the game, unlike a certain social platform that just stab itself in the back, aka VRChat. Hello. He just basically did he just slapped him. Welcome. Good review. Next one is from Tamangus, I hope I'm saying that correctly. He says, for the 30 minutes I played, all I can say is this. VR chat with no people, but expected to start playing the game. If VR chat keeps going the direction it's going, the game will be, this game, VR, will be the most people option. It has everything that VR chat has, but better. No rootkit anti-cheat, no predatory devs, and a mature content filter that's easily configurable. The UI is less friendly, and yes, and there's less words and avatars in VR chat, but I can tell that it's going to start getting a lot more stuff. The most
that's accurate.
Yeah,
That sounds accurate. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
exactly.
That, I mean, I'm looking at. It's a little behind again on on YouTube. I get that, but like, and then when you said the one from Slapu earlier, unlike a certain social platform that just stabbed itself in the back, that is so accurate. Oh my god. Yeah. And
Exactly.
then this new one here. Um, for the first 30 minutes played, VRChat with no people, but expect people to start playing this game. If VRC keeps going the direction it's going, the game will be the option most people play instead, which I can definitely understand why, because VRChat, you done screwed up, my dude.
Yeah.
It has everything that VRChat has, but better. No rootkit anti-cheat, no predatory devs, mature content filter that can be configurable. I get that. There may be less worlds and avatars in VRChat, but those are coming soon to this specific thing we call Chill
Chill Out
VR.
VR.
This is most likely what's going to overtake VRChat if the people at VRChat don't get rid of this EAC garbage. And if they ultimately don't and they want to keep it for future updates, boom,
Watch,
VRChat.
everybody's gonna come
VRChat.
over.
Everybody gets the heck over there. Everybody gets over there. Oh my
Same
god.
thing with Mini. Chill Out VR greater than VRChat if you follow that trend.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Oh my
The
god.
only I think the negative one is more on the UI, but the UI is gonna get fixed. I'm not worried at all. The UI,
Yeah, exactly.
this game only came out in 2021. I'm not worried at
I
all
know.
at this point. There is something I wanted to talk about. Oh, let's see the graph. I want to see that graph. Where are ya? Where is Mr. Graphy Boy? There we go. Look at this. All of a
Love
sudden,
that.
July 27, on the exact same day VRChat released that stupid update, 299 positive new 299 positive reviews. And all of a sudden, it's getting poppin'. It's poppin'. Our next flatbread, I don't know how your name is that, but there you go. It's not VRChat. It runs way better and smoother. Seriously, 300
The FPS is possibly high.
300.
More and it's more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No,
And
I'm saying
an,
the FPS.
and he has
Yeah,
an
the FPS is probably
yeah,
skyrocketing.
he has an old 2012 AMD FX 4300.
Oh wow.
It's pretty good job modding support. And number 4, the developers actually listen to their fan base. Just wish they would have improved their servers. I actually tried making an account for this just to get ready for the experiment I'm doing. Oh my goodness, not even loaded. But hey, they're working on servers. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Um,
Hey, let
this
me check. Let me check that. Let me check.
yeah, go ahead. Just wish they would improve their
0.12
servers.
AMD FX 4200H. Wow, 300 FPS on that. Oh ho ho ho! I love that. I got a AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT, which is like 7 years or 8 years newer than that. This thing could probably kick like I bet like 3,000-4,000 FPS. Who knows? But
Yeah.
bottom line, bottom line is bottom line. I can't even English. Please stop my English.
I'll
just have a fun.
I'll send you to grammar
yeah,
school in VRChat tonight. Don't worry. I'm
I'll
kidding.
send you to grammar. You better not. You better not. You better
No,
not.
I'm kidding. I'm Shadow
good.
tonight.
I know.
I'm nice Shadow, so don't worry.
I know. But anyway, yeah, it says here developers actually listen to your fan base to especially improve their service, which I get. As you just
What the heck is going on over here?
to create.
We're supposed to be talking about a certain thing right now, you three. Or
Yeah,
two, sorry.
well, this is basically what we're afraid is going to happen if the people at VRChat don't fix their stuff, which we're hoping they do. But the thing is, what we're saying to them is they're going to lose a lot of support because people are apparently going to move over to this new platform, and they're going to ultimately ditch the one we've been on for the last 5 years. Plus the fact that one of you mentioned earlier, it's still in beta. I think it's you, Dion. That VRChat is still in beta mode. There's no official version yet. Well, unlike them, Chill Out VR actually has possible official builds that don't remain in beta for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row. Because VRChat has been in beta ever since its release.
Ever since.
Whereas Chill Out VR actually has stuff. We're not trying to boost Chill Out VR. We're trying to say VRChat screwed up because of what they're making the people that
What's
go
up,
on there
Kendra?
do. It's insane. It literally what they're doing is they're killing their own system,
Exactly.
and that's not cool. If you want to keep your stuff, fix what you got fixed. If not, we're gonna leave you, and we don't want to do that.
And there's more on this review. It says you can create custom maps called worlds in this one. I think they called it worlds. I'm not sure. I haven't been in it yet. And most avatars you had on VRChat are already compatible with Chill Out VR. That's the scary part in terms of like if you're still in VRChat. Like 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 what's my saying here? Oh, here we go. This is scary if you are a VRChat developer. Most avatars you've had on VRChat are already compatible with Chill Out VR, meaning get your avatars ready.
Yep.
Just like
Exactly.
VRChat, you don't have to have a VRChat headset to run. That's okay for me because I be on PC. Oh, and there's more.
Right.
Oh, and you can also control your media, Spotify, change avatars.
iTunes. I get that. That'd be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
iTunes is a good one. I love
Spotify,
iTunes.
make DMs and voice calls all in the game without having to install mods or third-party plugins. But of course, mod is recommended.
Right.
That's new.
So there's no Quest or Quest 2 support or any Oculus product yet, but they have it planned for the near future.
Fucking
Awesome.
lie.
What's going on,
So they're-
Dion?
This the chat thingy that you were just now talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Chill Out VR, yes.
Is that for VRChat or something?
No, this is a different Okay, VRChat is its own thing. Chill Out VR is going to be like the alternative, because if VRChat is going to say, "Hey, we're introducing EAC," people who do like EAC are planning to move over to another platform like Chill Out VR. They're in the same space, but Chill Out VR is looking at the like the new thing instead of VRChat.
Basically, people that are on VRChat end up moving over because the EAC is in VRChat. It's not in Chill Out VR. So basically, VRChat is going to end up becoming a dead platform, all because these people screwed up with their EAC system.
Okay.
And they
So
they
I
pre-
just got
but like
here. That's all.
right. I got
Continue
you.
on.
No, you're good. You're good. No worries. But literally, like
But
the
all-
one review
All
said.
that I really have to say about everything that VRChat is doing is goes as follows. VRChat, you fucked
good
up,
run.
mate. You're going way too far over the
Yeah,
line.
I agree.
For you, I would back your ass
you're-
up before you have a bad time. Pun not really intended. The joke
I was
would
gonna
be
say,
on
yeah.
you.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
look at this, the player base. Now, let's take a look at the player base
Excuse me.
here. All-time peak is 1,159. Now, of course, it's not as much, but look at how many people were
Exactly,
playing
yeah.
32 minutes ago. 785. How much is the percentage difference? Not much, I don't think.
Probably not huge.
Let me
Whatever, but
let me calculate
no.
this.
Look at this. The last 30 days, a gain percentage gain. Look at this, 1,562.33% just in the last 30 days. Primarily between July 27th and July 30th. So within the last 72 hours, that's where this thing came from because they found out, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 it's going up like a skyrocket.
Gonna get my calculator on the board here.
So
Look at that,
literally,
67%.
VRChat, you are. So VRChat, y'all are screwing up. You did this to yourself. You literally did this to yourself.
Chill Out
You
VR
are
that has
getting-
like 67% of its players. And when we did the, I think when we did the VRChat one, it was 45%.
45% drop, whereas this one say 60 something plus.
What's up, got a Lego, just built it. If you guys are wondering, yes, I have the VRChat logo on the thumbnail, but no, that is not a VRChat stream. We are not inviting anybody else.
I was just gonna say this
wait
is a
until
discussion of why this has literally been a nearly 2-hour discussion, almost, of why we know VRChat screwed up, why we believe we not just believe, we know they literally killed their own game.
they just
killed their own
killed
game
it.
by doing this. They killed their own game by doing this. The EAC should not have been a thing. And like Dion said, they will have a quote unquote bad time because they literally just killed their own platform with this EAC system. No wonder you're losing people, you jerks.
And now
we're not trying to rant on you. We're trying to say you screwed up. You're pretty much making people come over to chill out VR. Look at this big gain I'm looking at. 1,562.33% in the last 30 days. Technically the last 72 hours. In all retrospect, yeah, that's exactly why, because they found out about this update on VRChat. They're saying, yeah, yeet. Hi, VR. Welcome to my I'm coming over to your new home now. because VRChat just killed their own platform with this EAC system.
And before go ahead. And before that, what's up, Aaron Moses? And before that, the highest number of players is 397. Look at where we are now, from February 2021 to last 30 days, all because of VRChat's update.
Because VRChat's update. Yep, exactly.
And if you guys were wondering why the calculator is there, we were calculating the player base for Chill Out VR. We divided 785 and 1159 to get to 67%, which stands for how many players are playing versus the all-time peak. I like where this is going.
Exactly.
The 24-hour peak is 785. Exactly how many people are playing right now.
Yep.
VRChat is never going to match that.
VRChat will never come back to it. Hello, how you doing?
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, me too. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then look at my channel. Look at my channel. I've already talked about the experiment. This is the experiment. This is a chill out experiment in a way, because we're talking about chill out VR, and we're gonna try. I'm at least gonna try it for one time. Now I'm not gonna.
I might even give it a shot myself.
Yeah, give it a shot, Vault. Come with me too.
On the Twitch. On the Twitch.
Dion, you're welcome to join us, please. Look at what my okay, I took a poll. How much do you hate this update? A lot or very much? Everybody almost said a lot. So.
Excuse me.
I think that shows.
Why am I yelling so much?
I think that shows you guys why a lot of people are heading out of VRChat.
I'm gonna say this right now. I hate the update and everything, yes, but I don't hate it so much as I'll quit doing VRChat because I can't really do that due to the type of job that I do on there. So
exactly, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not
quitting either.
I'm not quitting either.
I just want to make that clear.
Because my job is to literally protect it at all costs. So
exactly.
I'm not quitting either.
I'm not quitting either.
I just want to make that clear.
Sure.
But yeah.
I have to wait for at least a little bit longer to be able to do that.
Let me make myself clear, everybody. If you guys are wondering, oh, am I gonna move to Chill Out VR? The answer is no. Number one, it's still work in progress. Number one. Number two, we already established a takeover week next week. So there's no way I can move over anyway. But I will be experimenting with Chill Out VR to take a look at number one and all the good stuff. What's up, Bryce? Everybody's mood is horrible right at this point. Talk to Bryce too. Both when you can, please.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah.
Okay. But look at what we have. I love VRChat so much. We have tonight Shadow Saturdays tomorrow. I can't explain what that is because I don't want to give it away. Takeover week with Shadina next week. Assuming that Dion gets his thing back, we can have the
This will be
Neko Francis.
interesting.
We have the Neko Francis thing. But still, it's all VRChat. My love for VRChat is there. What's up, Buggy
Yeah,
Gaming?
same with me. Same with me. I mean,
Please do keep
I'm not
in
gonna-
mind
I'm
that
not- I'm
those
not gonna
Neko
put you-
streams are going to have to be put to a halt, like I've said, because I still don't have my VR headset
Yeah,
back yet.
we're
So
still gonna wait for you.
Well, we already knew that.
streams and everything are going to have to wait.
Yeah,
And don't worry, I
yeah.
will let everybody in the Emerald Hunters know that I have the VR headset back when I get it back. Okay? I'm
Yeah.
not a heartless cat.
While we were
Okay, so that's what we have on the board. Majority of this week, VRChat next week, especially with the Shadina takeover. But you can tell VRChat, VRChat, VRChat. There's no chill out VR except for the experiment. Look, where is Emerald Hunters being made? VRChat. I love VRChat so much. Same thing with you guys.
So,
And
like
look,
Retro just
bleh.
And look, where are we going to be
Reason why-
celebrating? Go ahead.
the reason why we haven't been able to do any sort of progress on the Emerald Hunters is because of some, as the war likes to put it, economical issues that have been causing some blockades on us. Here recently, we've been having events with people in the Emerald Hunters that are starting to take our focus away from it once again. Sure, the trailer may have entered production, but we only have one scene done. And that scene is where I come into the storyline. Everything else isn't
It's-
exactly there.
We're still in planning
So-
stages in some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the plot that
That
I
too.
presented with Votes and Rapid and you guys. Oh,
my
and by
God,
the way,
absolutely.
another thing. Where do you think we're celebrating 1,000 subs? VRChat.
VRChat, exactly. Yep.
Let me just put that out
Exactly.
there.
None of us are quitting VRChat. We just won't be like extremely active on it as much like we were because we're just waiting for them to say, hey, you know what? We're realizing our mistake. We done screwed up. We're gonna roll back, or we may just get rid of the whole entire EAC completely.
I hope they remove
But I hope they
AAC.
do. I hope to get rid of the EAC. That'd be nice. That'd be like the best thing.
That
we
would be the
ever see.
best thing.
That'd be like the best news we could receive. Hopefully within the near future. Hopefully in the near future. That'd be great.
I would
that'd be awesome.
love to no clip.
Sorry for all that noise. The cooking measures are trying to get in my way. But along with the quote-unquote economical matters and everything, we're also dealing with the fact that I don't have a headset right now, which means that my presence is it's a little thin.
Which is why we cannot do
We're
Neko
not
Francis yet.
yelling. We're not yelling at you.
No, we're not yelling at you. Don't worry.
I mean, if you can't get right away, we can't get right away. We're not.
That's why we've been holding off
do-
on the other
That's exactly-
two
There
streams
is-
there.
Some things that can be counteracted. For example, there are scenes within the Emerald Hunters trailer and everything that can be done right now as we speak without my help. Because there are a lot of scenes in there where I'm not going to be involved. Because as the story and everything goes, I'm just a supporting character coming in to change fates and everything. That's all that I'm really doing. At least
yeah,
until the very end, where I decide to take it up a notch to finish the round. Or,
Right.
as the Emerald Hunters likes to put it nowadays, finishing the war.
Yep. And look at this, guys. We already started like thing here with VRChat with Sonic and Shadow Emerald Hunters. We have the
Really?
crew video. We have the trailer production entered there. I missed something there though. Sonic and Shadow Emerald Hunters first scenes with Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? There's another video coming up on the board I forgot to mention. And that is going to be something else. But can you tell the
Now I'm
friend?
a little curious.
What's up? You want to know about it?
Maybe, but not right now. Not on stream. Hell no. I don't want to spoil everything here.
Okay.
I heard.
Besides,
I heard.
if
I
you
heard.
ask
Retro
me,
say,
I ain't one for spoilers.
No, I already mentioned something about
Nobody
it.
does.
I already
Nobody
did.
does. Nobody does.
But do you guys want to know as part of the stream anyway? I'll just blurt it out. I already know. I already told everybody.
What?
Okay, so remember how we actually got new Emerald Hunters to play. We're just looking for backups. Rapid Dash runs a film crew. No, that's not the actual edition.
So, essentially, Rapid Dash wants to come up with backup role players in case one of us go down?
Yeah,
Is that
just
what
in
you're getting
case.
at?
That's just in case that we cannot act. Like, let's just say.
I mean, I guess I could
What's up,
understand
Dean?
that, but as far as I'm aware, there's nobody out there capable of becoming us.
No,
Or at
voicing
least
Shadow
me.
or voicing. No, you're safe. You're fine. But what about a backup route? Like that. I don't have a backup.
There's a lot of people out there that could easily roleplay you guys, but me, on the other hand, I'm a
No.
one-time deal.
There's something else I'm working
So if
on
I
with
end up going
this one
down, that's
thing.
going to be the end of operations.
Exactly. Yeah.
All of this is VRChat. Highlight videos, VRChat. Emerald Hunters VRChat. Coming up in about an hour or two, less than 2 hours. VRChat live. Hello.
Huh?
But still, VRChat.
My sense from
If
whatever.
you are continuing to do this, let it be known. Plenty of us will be moving, and it's going to be nasty. No cap.
I was just gonna say no cap is right. Anyway,
So
I
are you
found
two.
out. I found out dinner's ready, and guess what we're having? Just random guess. Just take a while stabbing.
chicken nuggets.
I'm not liking what
You might be
Retro's
close.
trying to get at here.
Well, let's just say it's
Something
one of the.
about the way Retro said that very sentence is a little worrying.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
starting to wonder if I should get battle preparations on standby. Because now that I'm thinking of it, we're still technically already in a war, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the person in question whose name I shall not say at any cost.
Exactly. We're not gonna discuss that, by the way.
Speaking of this person, I haven't been receiving any reports about her or anything, have you?
Nope. Nothing so far.
Okay. If she's standing in idle, then something tells me she may have had a change of heart.
We'll see about that. You know how evil people are.
Well, if she's standing in idle for this long and hasn't made a move yet, then that must mean that she's changed herself in some
Excuse
way.
me. Yeah.
Because a person who's a bad person, say like Eggman, for example, every time Sonic defeats him, after a certain period of time, he just comes right back and starts doing it all over again almost instantly, does he not?
Yep.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
And if Sonic was here, he would definitely be confirming that. But since we're dealing with her, she hasn't even made an attempt to make a move yet. Which means that either she's doing the exact same plan that we are, or she's had a change of heart. One of the two. But either way, something's definitely changed about this person, because her sitting in idle this long is a little sus, if you ask me. But then yet again, it may also be a good thing.
Oh, let's see. I want to see that these numbers are cap. Look at this. Like, um, last 30 days, 527 players gained. I think it's just because people started coming back, but I'm going to bet a lot of people already left.
What now?
On VRChat, the Steam charts. There's
What about
22,330 people playing now. It is still way off from their all-time peak.
That's a bit of a small number, isn't it?
And I have a feeling it's all because of the update, folks.
Most likely.
Let's see here. Look at that.
Anyway, so what I found out was again, dinner's actually being served, so I'm gonna have to make
Yeah,
my way.
we're
over here,
almost
so
done. So I'll see you for
I will see you. I will see you later on. Yeah,
yeah, I'll see you tonight actually.
you got it. And
Keep-
also,
Be careful out there, will ya?
I'm always careful. I know you're concerned. I get it. I appreciate it. I do.
Remember, you have an echo who cares about you here.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
pretty aware. I'm pretty well aware. I'm pretty well aware. Trust me, I'm pretty well aware. I mean, I know you guys care about me like I do with you. I get that. I love that. That's awesome. I love it.
Just
But
making sure.
I know, and I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you doing that. I really appreciate you doing that. I appreciate that.
Because
I
call
really
me
do.
crazy, but in a way, this Neko person in question kind of looks to you as a brother.
I
Hey,
agree.
yo, what?
Didn't mean it.
Oh, brother.
That
Yeah,
was
look up-
highly
yes.
unexpected of you to say. You know what? That
deserves points.
I think it might just broke me mid. But can I? You know what? I'm just gonna do this because why not? Thank you,
Okay.
buddy. Sorry, but it was needed. It was
Yeah,
needed.
that
I'm
was
sorry, dude.
needed. That was needed. I
That was
agree.
really needed.
We're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes, but I think we said our piece. I think we said our piece.
We did. Just yeah, but like I said, again, if you really need to get your stuff in your ducks in a row and get this crap straightened out because let's face it, if you keep this up, you're gonna end up losing people, and people will go to VR. You already got statistics that tell you otherwise. Get your stuff straight, get your ducks in a row, and fix your errors. If not, you're gonna end up losing your own platform. You're gonna end up having people go over there a lot more than what's going on now.
And we
So
moving.
that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Dion,
Anyway, I appreciate you having me. I will catch you guys later on. Right?
I'll see you later tonight. Actually,
You got it. No problem. Thanks for having me. And like
Yeah.
I said, that's all I can really say. Just the people of VRChat, you already know what you gotta do. We already said our stuff. I said mine. Retro said his. Dion said his. Just do your job right. Stop screwing us over, guys. Please.
exactly.
Get rid of the EAC. You'll be fine. If you don't, you literally just lost a lot of people. But just please do us a favor, fix this right. Do it right for us. And if not, we'll just know you didn't want to reach out to us. That's all I can say.
Do it for those people who do VR chat as a video series too. Look at this. One more thing, I forgot to show you guys. I don't go dwell my channel number so much, but look at this. Let's go to analytics. Let's go to I think audience or content. Content, I think. No, I think it's audience on this tab. Look at this. Other people your channel watches, your audience watches. How many? All of these have something in common. VR chat, peace, silver, shadow, blue, dragon blade, shield,
I bit of an
Chaos.
unexpected error. After ramming my knee into a freaking chair, my Discord decided that it wanted to freaking die. How convenient.
shield, Mr. Max, chaos of protector, and dragon of the sun. All of them. All of
I
them.
heard you say my name for a split second. Do you need something?
Um, we were talking about how you should say something about VRChat and this mess they got themselves into.
Well, I can't really say much because in a certain way, if you look at it in a certain perspective, you can see why the VRChat developers and everything are doing this. Because there are plenty of people out there who are trying to make VRChat a worser place than what it is already. And the VRChat developers behind the game and everything are most likely aware of this and are trying their best to counteract it. So they most likely came up with this system to try and stop it, but it's only making things worse on them. So VRChat developers, if you are somehow watching this or anything, do us all a favor and back the living hell up. You're going too far over the line.
Exactly. And look
If
at
you take
yeah, go
another
ahead.
step forward in this direction, you're gonna be having a bad time. No pun intended, the joke would quite literally be on you.
Yeah. And 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 do it for these guys. These guys on the right side of the screen, including myself, who does this not only for content, but some of these guys do it as a job. TVR is Peace, Silver the Hedgehog, Sail the Shadow, Speedy Blue, Dragon Blade. Let's see what else. Chill the
There's also
Hedgehog.
me.
There's you. Chaos is the Protector. Dragon of the Sun.
Ow.
Other channels your audience watches. How many of those have VRChat? Every one of them. So please VRChat. Do it for them. Do it for us. And most especially, do it for your fan base. Otherwise, chill out VR
VRChat,
is
all
the
I
new
gotta
thing.
say, in my own terms, is this. VRChat, get your motherfucking mind out of the godforsaken gutter and snap yourself back to reality here.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do that soon, you're
Exactly.
there are most likely going to be some of us, maybe even me included, that might just very much be going against you. And believe me when I say that I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly. Because we got Dion, the world
So,
defender, folks. And he ain't no that word. He ain't no pushover.
let's just say that if you make one wrong move with me, or attempt to even threaten somebody on my team, you're going to be straight up dead where you stand.
Okay.
Take a look at Sans, for example. He doesn't care if you kill off anybody else, but if you kill his brother, that's going to be the final draw.
Yep.
So I kind of go after Sans a little bit, but not with just the brother stuff, because look at the type of system and everything that I'm right now. There's way more than just a brother that I'm trying to watch over.
And that will okay. Let me do this correctly. That will wrap up the. I think it's time to wrap this up before I go overtime, and we miss out on the VR chat tonight. Any final hold on one moment. I forgot to put the audio here. Uh, any last words, guys? Or that's it. You're done.
What now?
Any last words you want to say to the chat or to VR chat or talking about the actual talk?
Well, shush.
Before
I think I'll go chat. Chat, if you all enjoyed this, then you already know the drill. I don't think I need to say anything. But just keep in mind that if you are somehow lucky and you manage to meet me in VRChat after I get my VR headset back, you're willing to become friends with me. I ain't willing to say otherwise. But one wrong move, and it will be the end.
Exactly.
Because, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I am a force to be reckoned with. And mess with me, and, well, it's gonna be the end of days for you. Because
right.
when you mess with a world defender like me, you won't be given a chance to see another millisecond of your life. So if I were you, I'd recommend being careful.
That's right.
And to put some extra caution on that, let's just say this. As much as you can, make sure you stay on my good side. Because if you get on my bad side, well, I think you already know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
If you don't believe me, then just have a casual talk with one of my friends. They will make you say otherwise.
And yes, just like Dion.
But that for me. You know what? Random question for you, Retro.
Yeah.
By chance, you wouldn't be happen to thinking of making any streams where a Neko like me could give off their singing voice, would you?
You want to do that? You want to join it? Or like it's its own thing?
Its own thing. That way it won't be so confusing.
Yeah, we can work one out.
Because very many people may know this, but this Neko isn't just a protector. As the meme goes, he protect, he attack, but most importantly, he be doing other stuff as well.
Yep.
Singing just so happens to be one of them. Bloody hell, even without any sort of musical instrument, I can still pull off one hell of a singing
Oh yeah.
voice. Because there used to be a stream a long time ago when I was still somewhat new to the Emerald Hunters, where I let my singing voice go. And let's just say somebody in chat who may or may not be watching this right now. Shout out to Angela or whatever. But when she heard me singing, holy smokes, her cheering me on kind of gave me a reason to keep up singing.
And I was thinking about doing something for you about that.
Eh?
Because I was thinking we can do a VRChat stream with you singing. Put that in the highlights.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't have my headset right
Not yet.
now.
When you're ready. When you're ready, okay?
I mean, if you consider Discord and like a
Yeah.
like a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
English
All right, guys.
crashed.
If you are satisfied with what you saw, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and enable your notifications. We'll be back with you guys in just about an hour and 5 minutes. But this time, don't worry. We're not talking about VRChat. We're in VRChat. We got Shadow Night tonight, and then World Company, and then more VRChat next week with Chatina. There you go. Don't worry. We're gonna actually have fun. Okay, we're gonna let loose now. We're gonna have some fun because it will be a ton. We'll see you guys at around 1 hour and 5 minutes from now. Go grab myself some crackers.
Well,
enjoy,
if you
everybody.
guys enjoy my presence around, then well, you already know what to do. I don't think I need to say anything.
No. Thanks to
Oh, and
yep.
by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier,
Ah,
but I do plan on doing something rather stupid here in the next few coming months if I get my VR headset back.
okay, this review
I
over.
plan
Oh,
on
okay.
going into
I'm kidding.
world and initiating an event that every single Emerald Hunter will be a part of. The event goes as follows. There will be an event that I have in my mind that I still have yet to bring up with the others. This event in question will allow people of public density and everything to come and try and find me. The first few sets of people who manage to find me will receive a reward. Not just being able to friend me, but some other things. And if they feel like it is necessary, we can even start up a Q&A where all of you people, not just in VRChat, but in the chat itself and everything, can ask me questions about everything that I do. Any question will be answered.
That's right. Good event. We'll see you guys
A
very
random
soon.
public world, which means
Yeah.
that it may take you guys a while to find me. Because I may be a Neko and everything, but I know how to hide myself. And I do it well.
He's good. All right, guys. We see you guys in an hour and 3 minutes.